Okay, we're back. Got the recorder going, ready to rock and roll. So first things first, guys, again, glad you could join us this afternoon. But first, just want to make sure that audio is coming through loud and clear. Actually, using a new headset here. Just want to make sure that it's coming through loud and clear, or if I need to turn things up a bit, just let me know. Okay, I'm getting some goods, fine, loud, good. Okay. All right, now I do know the way GoToWebinar works, guys. You may get some I don't know, some peaks and valleys with that audio as we go through here. But if it starts to cut out, just let me know if I need to turn the volume up even more. I got it just about 100%. Got a couple more percentage I can go if need be. So with that being said, my recommendation, again, from the email earlier, guys, please have pen and paper handy, or at least some means of taking notes, whether that's an iPad or if you have Word open or a document, word processor open, that's fine. But we are going to be covering a whole lot of topics here today because this is our final live mastermind for the month of August. Next week, we're going to kick things off with Craigslist. So this is going to be our last mastermind on the topic for video SEO. Now, if you joined me earlier, guys, we did just a quick 5 to 10 minute walkthrough earlier today at 11 o'clock where I was showing you guys that we now have the new Loan Officer Marketing Lab members area set up and running. So all you got to do, guys, to get your logins, I would send you a link, but the link is attached to a payment system, so you'd have to pay again. So we don't want that. So just go ahead and send an email over to cweber@averagejoelo.com. Again, that's cweber@averagejoelo.com, and tell me what you want your username to be and what email you want attached to your membership, and we will kick back to you your logins, a membership link, and username and password. So now everything is centralized location, all the replays, announcements, everything is nice and well organized in one centralized location. So within the next 24 hours, every single member will have their logins and membership link. All right, so really excited about that. It's going to make things a lot easier for you, and we have so much content lined up moving forward. It's going to come in very, very handy. All right, so with that being said, let's get started with today's topic, video SEO. Now, on the video SEO topic, guys, there's so much that I want to cover, but we're going to kick things off with the creation of the original video. In other words, let's start off with approaching the realtors. We're going to talk about what to do once the realtor gives you their listings and all that good stuff afterwards, but let's just kind of do things in a kind of a chronological order, if you will, by talking about the original video that we first started talking about during the 30 Days to 100 Leads webinar training. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my YouTube account here, and I'm going to open up that original video. All right, so let's get that open here right now on YouTube. There we go. Should be showing up. And I'm going to grab this link and I'm going to put it in the chat box here in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to put a clickable link. All right, so what that means, guys, is now if you just go ahead and open your chat box in the upper right hand corner for GoToWebinar, there should be a clickable link that leads you to this video. So what that means is going forward, when you need to create a prospecting video to send out to realtors, you can watch and see, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking about the verbiage or what should I put in the little chat or the description box down below and all that good stuff. Now you can model it exactly after this video, or just watch it and pick and choose what you like and discard anything you don't need and customize your own video to go out to local realtors. But what I'd like to do is just go over the video creation process very, very quickly. It's not a long process at all. I'm going to click on my video manager here. I'm going to scroll down and grab the video. And here we go. All right, so guys, when you first get started with wanting to create a video for your local realtors, a prospecting video, you're going to log into your YouTube account and you're going to click this upload button that's right here at the top. You see that right there, guys? That's where you're going to click when you're logged into YouTube, and you'll know because you'll see your name and your profile, your little thumbnail icon in the upper right hand corner. So you'll know you're logged in. Just click on that upload button, and it's this option here off to the right that we want to click on to create a photo slideshow. Okay, so that's how we get started in that particular process. I'm going to go ahead and click on that now. When you click the Create a Photo slideshow, you're going to need to snag some videos. Okay, you're going to need to snag some videos from the actual listing from the target agent that you want to go after. So let's just assume that I already know the agent that I want to go after. So I might actually go to that agent's website, or barring that, I can go straight to realtor.com if I have to. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just do a search here on realtor.com. Let's find an agent here. Here we go. Let's click on this one here in Lake St. Louis. So I'm just going to pretend that this is the agent that I'm going after, that I went and I found a good listing to show off, creating that sample video for the target agent. And as you can see, there's 36 photos. See that right over here? There's 36 photos right here in realtor.com. I'm going to click to go to the larger photos because I want to get this as a better looking image if possible. And I'm going to right click on the image with my mouse. Okay. And as you can see, this little option pops up here that says Save Image As. So I can actually just click and save each image to my computer and just kind of scroll through and look at all these different photos. And I'm probably just going to select 4 or 5 images that look really good. If that, maybe just 4. Let's just choose 4 and be done with it. So I'll go through and I'll find 4 impressive pictures, and I'm going to save them to my computer by right-clicking and clicking Save As. Then I'm going to go back to YouTube, and again, you see where I've clicked upload and then create a photo slideshow, and then I'm just going to click on the images because YouTube allows me in this little pop-up to browse my computer and upload the photos that I want. All right, so I just uploaded the one here. Let me go ahead and add another one right here. So now I have 2 photos, and I'd probably add 3 or 4 of them, okay, just to be safe. And I'm going to click on the next button. And the next button is going to bring me to this page here where I can select the duration of the video, of the slide actually. So let's say I want to show this particular home slide for 5 seconds. I like the pan and zoom, but if I don't need it, I can always click none and make it a static video. But I think the pan and zoom kind of adds a little bit of character to it. And then I can select my my audio background right here on this page. Bruce, to get to this page, you first have to log into your YouTube, and then you click the upload button. Okay, so you click on the upload button, and you're choosing just what I showed earlier. After you click on upload, you have to click on that photo slideshow button right over here on the right-hand side. All right, and that's what ultimately you're just going to upload your pictures, about 4 photos, choose pan and zoom or none, and then choose your background music. I like to click on this where it says top tracks. I like to click on that drop down and I choose instrumental. I just think instrumental is more appropriate than music with words and whatnot to it. Let's just choose some instrumental backgrounds. And you got a lot of different, to scroll through here guys, a lot of different songs. So you can go through and search based off of a keyword, or you can just manually search through the instrumental. But bottom line is you have about 150,000 music tracks to choose from right here in YouTube. So you don't need to resort to anything off the site. And I've been choosing Child's Garden, I believe. So there we go. So you just listen to a couple seconds of it, decide if it's for you or not. And then once you're done with that, guys, you can choose to upload if you like, if you're ready. But I like to add text. So instead of clicking upload down here, I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to click on advanced editor. Okay, so now let's see. There we go. So now on this page, guys, this is where you can do all your advanced editing. So if I need to rearrange something with my slides, you see here how I hover my icon over my slides. I have complete control over my slides. I can change my effects. I can cut it out. I can even add text to the actual slide itself. You see this little overlay that appears? This little lowercase a means I can actually even add text to this slide itself if I want to. So if I wanted to put my call capture number on here, on this particular side, I can do that. And then I can choose right here, what do I want? Do I want to put it in bold? What position do I want it? What banner color do I want? I can change all of those items here. What font size, what font color. White font color is probably not going to cut it. All right. So there you go. So now I've changed it to, we got the black color here. Let's change our banner to white. There we go. And then my text to black. And I can go through and I can make these changes and even preview it side by side with the original video. Okay, see how that works? If I'm happy with it, I can save it or just click out of it if I'm not happy with it. Now, what I like to do though, is I like to come up here to see the little lowercase a up here in the upper right hand corner, guys. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to add my own independent text slides separate of an overlay on the picture of the home. Okay, because I really want to draw attention to it. So I select what text effect I want. Do I want my text to slide on the screen? Then I select this one. Do I want it to zoom from the background onto the screen? Then I click on this one. Do I just want a center fade effect? Then this one, and so forth. So you just pick the text effect that you want and drag it and drop it in the order that you want it to appear. So now I'm going to add the text that I want. Now I'm just putting whatever I want in here right now. And it's going to preview it for me. Now, if I look at it, a lot of you guys, I've been getting emails from folks saying, hey, I've been going in to create my videos, but I can't seem to fit the text on the screen. Guys, by default, the text is set to medium. You see that right here? I want you to change that from medium down to small. See how much more text I can fit on the screen now? Even the small font on a YouTube video is still rather large, as you can see. So change it to just small and you should be able to fit more text, but also don't put it all side by side. Hit the enter button if you have to, and add several different rows of text. So I'll put some text down here, hit enter again, add an extra space, and there's more text here and so forth. So now you can see I can fit 3 lines of text on here just fine. So I should be able to fit 12 to 15 words on a single screen. And if I really, really need to try even more, then I can change my font style to maybe even a smaller size font, because different font has different inherent sizes, right? See how that one there looks like it's hand drawn? So that might even actually take up more space. So I'll play with that a little bit until I find the font and the text that I really like. If you want to change the direction, I can change it from scrolling from left to right to scrolling from right to left, or from down to up or up to down. See how I can have that popping off the screen? So you can get creative with it, but I wouldn't get too creative with it or spend too much time with that, guys, because that's not what's going to sell. We do want to impress them, but we don't want to spend so much time to where we're eating into other tasks just to impress them, because the mere fact that you're approaching them from this angle, from this standpoint, is going to impress the agents, all right? So you're already doing something that I guarantee you, I assure you, they've probably not seen before. Okay, very, very, very few loan officers out here doing this. So one other thing, guys, is you're going to see this little track bar down here at the bottom. Let me show you what I mean. Let me grab my pen. Right here, this is what we call the track bar. Now you can see everything cuts off right here at about the 14-second mark. So what you see is the outline of each box. I'm just kind of outlining. See this, here's this slide. This slide here shows text. This slide here shows another home, and then this slide here shows the text I just added. Each one of those outlines, guys, is indicative of how long that particular slide shows. So, for example, if I wanted to change this slide here, this text, I can see by default it's set to show for 4 seconds and disappear. Well, that 4 seconds might not be enough. So I can click my mouse on it, and I can expand that 4 seconds by clicking to the left. I can shorten it, or pulling over to the right, I can expand that 4 seconds. Let's say I want it to show for 7.5 seconds or 8 seconds. Then I just expand the box. And I could do the same thing with the home slide, right? Once I just move the other out of the way, I click on the home. Then I can expand that as well if I need to, right? Or with the music, see the music cuts out at 19 seconds. Well, I'm not cool with that. I need that to change. So I click on that and I expand that music box to 16 seconds, or I can expand it. Let's say most of my videos are only going to be about 45 to maybe 55 seconds. Okay. So I would pull my music out to about 55 seconds, and then I would make my slideshow. I'd add another slide in there of another home and maybe my extra text boxes in there, right? If I need to make it longer, I can, or make it shorter. It's all about clicking to the left or right. One other cool little feature in here, guys, is what if that music is too loud in your opinion? Well, you have a little toggle bar over here, okay, a little slider bar where you can toggle the volume of the background music. You can turn it down, because see, right now it's pretty loud. Might need to refresh that page there. So if that's too loud for me, I can come in here and I can turn this volume down on the background music. Now let's play it. There we go. So I can even turn it down even more. So get it to a volume that you're comfortable with. And that's all there is to it, folks. Maybe instead of mute background music, maybe you want to do a voiceover. You can do that as well. It's entirely up to you, folks. Whatever you're most comfortable with selling to these agents. But I personally like this approach because it's quick and I can hammer them out rapidly to a bunch of different agents. I can do one of these videos every single day for the week if I have to, and now I've approached 5 agents for the week. Maybe I do 2 a day, so I've approached 10. It's up to you. So before we move on to the next step, let me just ask, are there any additional questions? Or is this making sense to you on the creation of the video? Again, I've included the YouTube video link to this sample video so you can use it as a template for your own approach videos with your local agents. All right, so are there any questions? Is there anything that I glossed over too quickly? Is there anything that's just unclear on the process of creating these videos to send to local realtors? Are we clear on their purpose and how to get them started and how to get to this page? I just want to make sure that you guys are all good. All right, so I'm getting all right, Jim, don't a lot of agents already do videos or pay someone to do them? A lot of agents do video, Jim, but most of them aren't doing it right. You know, just like a lot of agents already do Craigslist, but again, they're not doing them right. Okay, um, just because they're doing video doesn't mean they're getting anything out of it, and that's why a part of this presentation to the agent is the mention of the fact that you can get triple or quadruple the amount of eyeballs on those videos. All right, the agents are very open to having somebody that knows what they're doing help them with their videos, because you're not doing this because they don't know how to do video. You're doing this because they're not getting a lot of traffic. All right, how many of their videos are showing up on the first page of YouTube and or even the front page of Google? Right? What are they doing to SEO their videos? If they're getting 10 views a month, for example, what happens if every single one of their videos is now getting 20 views a month or 30 views a month or 40 views a month or more? Well, you've doubled, tripled, or quadrupled the amount of views per video. If they have 10 listings out there, that's 10 videos. Multiply that by 10. How many listings do they get for the entire year? Multiply that by 20, by 30, by 40. And you start to see how this can have such a powerful and significant impact on what they're doing. Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, let's see. I'm going to move this on to. All right, so let's move on here with this process, guys. So the video creation process is quick, easy, simple. All right, so your differentiation here is not the video itself, it's the amount of views, it's the SEO of the video, the search engine optimization, that you're going to get it to rank, you're going to get more eyeballs. All right, perfect. Now, let's talk about a couple other things. This is something that we've covered previously in other calls, but I just want to make sure that I touch on it again here today, just because it's such an important topic, and that is the video enhancement. Okay, the video enhancement. Once I'm done with all of this over here, once I have the length and the text that I want and the music that I want, you just click this blue publish button. Okay, you guys see that right here, the blue publish button in the upper right hand corner. Once you've published it, you can come back and click on Video Manager and then open your video once you've published it by clicking on the edit button in your Video Manager. Again, I got to that by going to the upper right hand corner. I click on the little drop down and click on the Video Manager link. And as you can see, I can edit. I have this edit button showing up with all of my videos where I can come in and I can start to make changes and enhancements to my video and all that fun stuff. All right? Perfect. Now we're going to talk about after we've uploaded our video. It's going to take somewhere around a minute or two for it to process and become live. But I want to just reiterate the importance, guys, of setting the privacy setting right over here. When I've clicked on to edit my video, that privacy setting needs to be set to unlisted. We don't want it public. We want it unlisted. Don't make it private either. Private means you are the only person who can see it. It will be invisible when you send them the link. They'll click on it and they'll go, what the heck is this? There's nothing there. So let's make it unlisted and then click Save Changes. And that's how you can send these videos to these agents and let them know, hey, you don't have to worry. This isn't public. No one else can see it other than you. It's unlisted. All right, so very, very important. If you're taking notes, jot that down in your notes. Okay, so we're going to talk about video SEOing here in just a second. But now, before we get to that topic, I want to talk to you guys about the... Sorry there, guys. Looked like my audio, I was getting a notice that my audio was cutting out. Now I want to talk to you about the PowerPoint slides that are included in your members area. Again, once you get the link and your login codes to the members area, you'll be able to download these. All right, they're already there waiting for you. Okay, so once you get an email back from my people, you'll have your download link. You'll be able to go in and snag these PowerPoint slides. So I want to talk to you guys while we're on the topic of editing. I want to talk to you about how to edit these slides. Now I use these slides, guys. This first slide here is used for one purpose. The second round of slides, let me see if I can snag that. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Here's the second round of slides. This is used for a completely separate purpose. The gray slides are used to present homes. If you find yourself in a scenario where you really, really need to impress an agent with your graphics and video creation skills, if you want to spend more time to target an agent, then you can use these slides to really look good and customized. Now these are just PowerPoint slides, so as you can see, I can come in here and I can just click on anything and make my changes. So if I wanted to change this, I can. So see that? It's all point and click. Even the small little details here are all point and click. But when I'm ready to take a look at it and see it in action, then I could just click on it here and see that I got these great looking pre-animated slideshows created. All right, so really, really cool stuff here. But the way we're going to use it, guys, is if you want to actually make a video out of this, then you're going to need to do some things like insert. Okay, I'm going to click up here and I'm going to insert a picture of the property. Okay, so I'll scroll through until I find a picture and I'll double click on it and I'll insert it right where it needs to go. And I'm just going to edit these slides. Okay, it's very, very self-explanatory. So I'm going to come down here at the bottom, the last slide, and change my information as a loan officer, change and add the realtor. But you don't need to use all of these slides. Usually I only use about 4 or 5 of them. Okay, so that's why we created extras, just so you can cherry pick what you want. All right, but just make sure that you edit them. But when you're done, in order to upload them to YouTube as a slideshow, you just need to take a snapshot of it as a photo, as a picture, because that's what we can upload to YouTube as pictures. So I use this software called PicPic that allows me to take a snapshot. It's free, guys. You can go to Google and download it. And you can see here what it does. It allows me to highlight the area that I want to take a snapshot of right there. And I could take what is now a slide on PowerPoint and I could turn it into a photo. And I could save it to my computer. Now I can upload this photo to YouTube to create a slideshow video. I can even go in and edit it if I want, or just save it to my computer. Now, you don't have to go this route, guys. In fact, I rarely go this route. I only use it in scenarios where I might need to show off my video creation skills a little more. If I'm going after an agent doing 25, 35 million a year, and that agent could mean six figures to me, then you better believe I'm going to spend the extra time to go in and create a really good looking video, right? But for your average Joe real estate agent, just using the slideshow built within YouTube is perfectly fine. But when you really need to go to that extra level, this looks excellent. It looks amazing. It's very well designed, professional graphics artist, and you even have built-in slides in here where, let's see, let's put this into slideshow mode. There we go. So you can see here that you even have a slide where you can display other properties for that agent and give their contact information and give your financing information down below. So you're not just advertising the single property, you're really focusing on branding, you're focusing on the city, you're focusing on, hey, let's just find you the right home for you. You know, this city's all about family, shopping, nature, nightlife. It has it all. You know, this is going to make a great looking video on YouTube when it's done. And all you need is PowerPoint and PicPic. PicPic is spelled P-I-C-P-I-C-K. So pick as in the shortened slang version of picture, P-I-C, and then pick, P-I-C-K, as in you're picking this software to use. All right, so just Google PicPic. It's completely free. You can download it in about 30 seconds and be taking snapshots just like I am. If you don't like that, guys, you can also make use of Jing, J-I-N-G. All right, Jing is another piece of software that you want to use there. Okay, so Jing is even easier than PicPic, but PicPic gives you additional options if you want to make some additional edits with your software. All right, so this is slide number 1. Let's go ahead and snag slides number 2. Now this is for a completely separate style of videos, guys. This is a post-closing viral video that we're going to send over when an agent actually closes a transaction. We're going to create a customized video, not for the agent, but rather for the person that just closed on their loan, right? Because we know that they're in a great mood. We know that they're happy they closed. They're probably talking to their relatives, to their friends, to their coworkers. They're probably sharing it on, this is a big event, so they're sharing it on Facebook, on Twitter. So why not? Why not give them a tool that's going to allow them to show off their new home, and by virtue of that, show you off and the agent off as well. So these are professionally designed slides, again, PowerPoint. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at how they look. Each slide is designed to be customized as kind of a photo story, a walkthrough of how this person got into their new home, right? Now you see each slide comes with the little post-it note in the upper right-hand corner of the photograph telling their story. Hey, here's how we shopped for our home. Take a look at our bedroom. Take a look at our kitchen. Here's a look at this. Here's a look at that. Here's our backyard with the pool. Here's the hearth, living room. And then finally, you end with a custom message provided by the real estate agent and you, the loan officer. So you can customize this by double-clicking where you want to edit. So I want to change this right here in this text area. This text box will automatically, as I start editing, you can see here, it automatically keeps that font and keeps that text at an angle where it needs to be. Some of you guys said that you're having trouble grabbing the individual photos. You need to make sure that you click right dead center. And some of you, depending on which version of PowerPoint you're using, you may need to double click, okay, in order to edit and drag and remove the photo. When I grab the photo that I want to remove, I can actually right click on it and just cut it. Okay, so now you see that I have this empty space here where I can add a photo of the property that I want to add. See how that works? So again, you may need to double click or just make sure that you're not snagging any of the outlying regions. Okay, so don't grab or click over here because you'll be moving the entire background. See how that? See what we're doing here? We're actually moving the entire background. That's not what we want to do. So let me slide that back over where it goes. And I can come over here and I can move this and cut this out as well if I want. So now I have two spaces. Very simple. So once I find a photo, I click on the Insert tab. And I click to insert it onto my PowerPoint. Okay, so now this isn't a home. This is a highly modified Audi R8, which is pretty darn cool. You got to admit, that's a really cool photo, right? How many of you guys driving a R8 today, right? So now that I've dragged this and inserted it onto my page as the new picture, let's just pretend it's of a home. Now I need to rotate it, okay? Here in PowerPoint, you're going to see this little bitty circle right up here that's green. You see that where I just circled? It's right here. That is where you're going to rotate your photo. See if I hover my icon over it, you see what happens? See how my mouse icon went from an arrow pointer to a curved arrow? That means that I can actually rotate this image if I want. See, there we go. So now I can expand it, just kind of move it around a little bit, and I'm going to expand it a little more until it properly fits that place. Now I might need to rotate it again just a little bit. I'm just a little bit off at the bottom there, but just for the sake of comparison here, just showing you guys what you can do. See that? So this is where you rotate. Left or right, left or right. Okay, so there we go. So I would drag and drop that and fit it, and then once I'm done with that, I'm ready to move on to my next slide. Now, what you can do again is you take snapshots of these, or you can export them as images within a PowerPoint. I'm not sure if OpenOffice does that as well, but guys, if you don't have OpenOffice, you can do this, or I'm sorry, if you don't have PowerPoint, you can download the free version, imitation software, OpenOffice, which allows you to edit PowerPoint files if for whatever reason you're missing these. Okay? So I usually select, I don't do every single one of these slides, okay? That would take a little while. All right, so normally what I do is I'll pick about 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them. So I'm gonna come in and delete a couple of these. All right, so I'd come in here and I would delete this slide, and yeah, maybe we don't need a picture of their background, so I'll go in and I'll delete this as well. And I'll delete a couple. But the one slide that I really want to pay the most attention to is the profile page, where I can come in here and I'm just going to drag this into the box. Looks like it moved when I changed versions of PowerPoint. It's supposed to be down here. So we just drag and drop it. We just shove it into the space by moving the corners. And I'll drag that up a little bit and line it up with the text on the left, and then I replace it with my actual message to these individuals. I might give them a call capture line. I might tell them about some special financing, whatever. But my goal here is to save all of these, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube, add some nice background music. I'm going to send it over once the video is done. I'm going to send it over after I make sure that I have my contact information, the realtor's contact information included at many points in the video. And I'm going to send it over to the person who just finished closing. And I'm also going to send a copy over to the agent. I'm going to attach a message to it and tell the person who just bought the home, congratulations again. Thank you so much for working with me and Karen. You know, I'm just using Karen here on the screen as the example. Thank you for using Karen and I for your financing and real estate needs. I thought you might want to share this with your family, blah, 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 and your friends. This is great for Facebook and blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm just going to drop the little hints there that I want them to share this. And what you're going to find, guys, is it's going to just blow the minds of both the agent and the home buyer. Wow, I've never had a loan officer do this for me before. That's very nice of you. It's very thoughtful. Now you're invoking the law of reciprocity. You're probably going to get a referral from them. Plus, you would be surprised, guys. You're going to be blown away at how often people actually ask, who was your loan officer? Who made this? Hey, I'm thinking about moving soon or buying soon. Can you put me in touch? You will get referrals off of this method because you're going way above and beyond. You're branding yourself. You're showing your level of attention to the customer. You're showing the agent that you're not just some average loan officer, that you're actually going way out of your way to do things unique, to get their attention. A very solid way to get referrals, folks. So I really hope that you download and take the time to use this. Okay, so guys, again, the PowerPoint is in the new members area. So in the new members area, if you just need to email me, cweber@averagejoelo.com. Let me know what you want your username to be and what email address you want associated with your account. Because I've been getting a lot of people saying, hey, I haven't been getting your emails. And the reason for that is the emails they're checking are different from their PayPal emails. All right, so just tell me, which email do you want to get your notifications at? And I see some folks asking, how were you inserting the pictures? I came up here to the top navigation, and you see this little insert tab in PowerPoint. That's where you click. Okay, so when I click insert, a little drop down is going to appear. Okay, and I want to insert the picture right here. See that little icon right here? So when I click there, it's going to allow me to scroll through my computer, find some photos, double click on it, and insert it. Okay, so very simple. So you create this slideshow pretty much the same way you do the other. It's a little more work. So we use it only in those closing circumstances where we think we can get referrals. You don't have to do this every single time, guys. Use it when you need more referrals, when you need to make an impression with the agent, when you think that the buyer might have some good connections of other folks that are in the market or soon to be in the market. Just do it to get your name out there and get folks seeing that you're going that extra mile. But once you're done snapping the photos of it or exporting as a photo file, you come on over here to YouTube and you click upload, and you're going to click to create a photo slideshow just like before. It's just this time you're going to click on the photos of those new slides. So again, we just came over to upload, photo slideshow, and we do it the exact same way. Make sense? All right, and again, these will be in the members area as a download, guys. So just go through and you'll be good to go. All right, so let's see here. David, Chad, are we using the listing picture from the final video? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, what I do is I'll just tell you the way I do it, but there's multiple ways to do it, David. So what David's asking, guys, is essentially, or here's my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, David. For this style of video, are we using the listing pictures or something else? Usually, as you see, this is kind of a walkthrough. So see here on this front picture where it's kind of starting them off in the story. Normally, yes, I would use the listing pictures here, just showing them, hey guys, look, here's what the house looked like when we first saw the listing, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll show them listing pictures here, here, and here. But then as we get to this to these bottom or final photos, I ask the realtors to bring a camera with them to the final walkthrough with the couple or with the family or whoever it was moving in, and snap a photo of them in front of the house. Sometimes they'll be shy about it, but 90% of the time they'll be cool with it. Just say, hey guys, smile, let's get a happy picture of you in front, the happy couple in front of their home or the happy family in front of the home. And then they would send me the photo. And this is what I would put right here. So it's customized. It's very personal, guys. You'll be shocked at just how thankful and excited the folks get about you putting this together for them, and how much they really do share it on their Facebook and Twitter and with their friends, and they're showing off, hey guys, come look at my new house. It really does work. If you don't believe it, guys, I strongly, strongly recommend you put it into action. So again, it's this bottom or this last photo where we're going to use an up-to-date photo of the family in front of the house. But everything else, these are all just pretty much listing pictures. Okay? Awesome. So great question, David. Okay, I'm just scrolling through the questions, guys. Keep them coming. So I'm just scrolling through. There's a lot of questions flying over here. All right, so just keep them coming. All right, so any questions on the slideshow strategy before I move on to video SEO? I just want to make sure, are you guys comfortable with what I described there? Is there anything that I was unclear on? Anything that you'd like me to expand on with that slideshow approach? Okay, good. So guys, we're approaching agents. We're sending them demos. Um, the PowerPoints we're using to wow them after the fact, because remember, once an agent agrees to work with you in this capacity and send you listings or have you upload their videos for them and get more traffic, now it's time to perform. This is your chance on stage in front of these agents. All eyes are on you, so to speak. Your goal here is to move them to the next level where they go, wow, why am I even using my existing loan officer? Why aren't I using David? Or why aren't I using Mike? Why aren't I using, Tom? We want them to asking that question. Go way above and beyond by providing them with tools like this and showing off. And they're going to ask that question. Next thing you know, the referrals will start coming your way. Right? But now let's move on to the next step, and let's say, I need to start ranking my videos. What am I going to do? Because we can wow them, but if that's not working, well, the next best thing is not only to get leads for yourself, but to also be able to bring leads to the agent and help get them that double, triple, and quadruple the traffic to their videos, because that's proof in the pudding, right? When they start seeing those results. So the way we do that, guys, is through something called video SEO, search engine optimization. Now, if you guys have gone through some of my training in the past to Google SEO, this is a little different. There are some similarities, but video SEO is a lot easier to do than write plain old vanilla Google SEO. And the way we do that is the very first step, guys, is to set up your Google channel, okay, your Google account. If you guys look at my Google account, you're going to notice something here where it says switch account. And you're also going to notice another link over here that says all my channels, right? You guys, everybody see that? What that means is I can have a master account and a bunch of sub accounts or even channels that are related to different topics. Now, maybe you guys are already starting to get some ideas to where I'm going with this, but here's what we're talking about. Google views your channels, your accounts, if you will, based off of the types of videos you upload. So in other words, let's say that I want to target homes for sale. Okay, I want to show up on the front page of YouTube and the front page of Google when people are searching for St. Louis homes for sale. What that means is in my account, I do not, again, I repeat, I absolutely do not want to intermix St. Louis homes for sale style videos along with home loan and home mortgage videos and how to get the best home loan and how to get the best mortgage and credit mistakes, top 10 credit mistakes most home buyers make. No, we don't want to intermingle those, because part of the SEO process is Google takes a look at your channel and they read all the subject lines of your videos and they read the descriptions and they can even listen to some of the words you're saying. Google's algorithm can actually listen to your video now, and while it's not perfect, it does a fairly decent job of translating what you're saying, right? Yeah, that's right. The Google bot can actually listen to your video and translate what you're saying. So it has voice recognition technology. Kind of scary. But the bottom line here, guys, is that when Google does all of this, what are they doing? They're trying to see, what are your videos about? What should you be ranking for? So we want to create one channel, a single channel dedicated to St. Louis homes for sale, or whatever keyword you're wanting to rank on the front page for. All right, so set up one channel and dedicate it to that. Then set up a completely separate channel and dedicate it to your mortgage videos. And if you want to do videos on any other topics, just set up different channels and don't intermingle those. All right, this right here is going to give you a big advantage over your competition, because most of those agents are intermingling their videos. They're not creating one single theme across all of their videos. So when you set up your free YouTube account, which you just go to Google and set up your YouTube account, guys, it's free and very self-explanatory, not something that we need to explain. But something that I do want to show you is that we want to name our account. Okay, we want to actually name it. All right, so the way that we do that, so I'm going to come over here to my actual settings. Okay, see here where it says YouTube settings? Let me highlight that for you guys right here. There it is, YouTube settings. That's what we're going to click. So when you're logged in, you're going to click on YouTube settings, and that'll bring you to a page similar to this. Yours might be a little bit different, just a tad bit, but it'll be about 95% similar. Now, the reason my account, this is my personal master account, guys. I have a bunch of sub accounts with all sorts of different keyword targeted channels, but my master account just says Chad Weber. And you'll see here it says I can edit my name on Google+. And the reason for that is, guys, yours probably isn't going to say that yet, is I've connected my account to my Google+ account. If you create your YouTube account and you have not done this yet, then yours will give you an opportunity and say, edit your name. Edit the name of your channel or of your account. And that's where you're going to want to click. And you want to change the name of your account to the target keyword that you want to rank for. So let me explain what that means. If I want to rank for the keyword St. Louis homes for sale, in other words, when somebody goes to YouTube and searches for St. Louis homes for sale, I want my videos to show up on the top, then I want to actually name this channel, guess what? St. Louis homes for sale, right? It's as simple as that. Maybe I want to rank it for St. Louis real estate, or St. Louis real estate for sale, or Chicago homes for sale. What keyword do you want to rank for? Chicago home loans, Chicago home mortgages. Then I would set that up on a different channel. But this is the first thing Google and YouTube's going to see, is the name of your channel and then the types of videos that you upload to your channel. And based off of that usage tells them a whole lot more about what you want to rank for than just about anything else that you can do. But I want to make sure that I create my entire profile. Don't leave your profile blank, guys. I repeat, absolutely do not leave your profile blank. All right, so in other words, you want to go into, click on My Channel, and you want to go in and actually create your channel. All right, they're going to ask you, to add some links, to type out an about. Okay, see right here where it says about? I can type out all sorts of things about my keyword that I want to rank for. St. Louis homes for sale. This channel is dedicated to St. Louis homes for sale. And I can put a link to my primary website, stlouishomesforsale.com or whatever. Fill out your entire profile and use your keyword whenever possible. All right, makes sense? I see some questions coming over. So, okay, so Chad, how do we set up more than one channel? Well, guys, I went to this page here. Okay, to get to this page, right here. Okay, so when I go to my channel, when I click on my channel, if you see over here on the right-hand side of the screen, where it says Add Channels. So it's this button right here. So I can click on that Add Channels button and add more channels. All right, perfect. So let's assume, let's go on a different direction now. Let's assume you have your first video uploaded. So you click on upload and you start the video creation process and you start uploading the whole video. Well, now you can come into your video manager and click to edit your video after you've uploaded it. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go and edit my video. Now this process, I want you to change, I want you to not change. I want you to take notes on this because this is a very, very specific process. It's not complicated, but there are a lot of steps here that you might forget the first couple of times. Now, after you do it a couple of times, it's going to come as second nature because it's not difficult at all, guys. All we're doing is we're clicking to edit our video. Now, I'm going to give you one piece of advice. If you ever upload an actual video to YouTube as opposed to create a slideshow, name, and you can do the same thing with your photos, name your video file your keyword. So if I have a video file that I'm about to upload to YouTube, that video file has to be named something on my computer, right? So it's normally like video 332055567.mp4 or something like that. Go in and right click on it and rename it St. Louis homes for sale.mp4. Or in your case, more likely, the photos that you upload into the slideshow, before you upload them, go to your picture file on your computer, right-click on it, and rename them your keyword. So each photo image that I'm uploading to turn this into a slideshow video is going to be named St. Louis Homes for Sale 1. The next one will be St. Louis Homes for Sale 2. The third one will be St. Louis Homes for Sale 3, and so forth. Or giving Google and YouTube our keywords right there within the photo files. See, guys, these strategies, these techniques, SEO used to be this easy. If you just did and followed these steps, you'd be able to rank on the front page even for the most competitive terms 10 years ago. Well, right now, the YouTube algorithm is about 10 to 12 years behind the regular Google algorithm. So a lot of the strategies that don't work anymore in regular SEO still work very, very, very well in video SEO. All right, works very, very well. So that's why I'm giving you these step by step. I want you guys ranking. Page 1. So I clicked on video editor. I clicked to edit the video that I want, and I'm going to come in. I'm going to name my title St. Louis Homes for Sale dash. Now give them a reason to click. Gorgeous 1.5 story with finished LL or something like that. Okay, so use the same guidelines for Craigslist, but this time around, make sure that you use your keyword phrase right here in the title. And as I start uploading my videos, I'll kind of swap them out. Sometimes I'll use the phrase first, other times I'll use it second after my main call to action or main description of the property. But bottom line is you gotta have the words, your entire keyword phrase right there in the title. Next, I'm going to click on my description, and I might put a link or my call capture number here first. So I might link to my website, but then after that, I'm going to put amazing St. Louis home or homes for sale can be viewed at www.mywebsite.com, whatever your web address is, or to view this gorgeous St. Louis home for sale. And I'll give them an option to go directly to this particular home. Here's the guidelines, guys. Use your keyword phrase 4 to 5 times in your description box. Next, put a minimum. I'm going to beat you guys over the head with this one. This is super important. Minimum. I can't type today. 4 to 5 paragraphs of text in the description box. If you go and look at your average videos for real estate on YouTube, what are you going to find? They normally have like 1 or 2 sentences. Google hates that, guys. You want to dominate the competition? Give Google what they want. And that, in this case, text. They want you to tell them what your video is about. So the more text you put here in the description box, the more dominant you're going to be. So a minimum of 4 to 5 paragraphs, and repeat your keyword 4 to 5 times. Okay, any questions on that process so far, guys, on the video SEO? Anybody? Okay, so Michael's asking, so Chad, you're creating new channels, not accounts. Yes, we're adding new channels. You got it. I'm just going through all these questions here, guys. Does this make sense so far? All we've done is we've made sure that our picture files include our keyword phrase. We've made sure that our title includes our keyword phrase, and we made sure our description box repeats that keyword phrase 4 to 5 times and includes 4 to 5 lines of paragraphs of text. Okay, perfect. So once we've done that, we're going to come down here to tags. Okay, guess what we're going to put in the tags? Anybody want to take a wild guess? St. Louis homes for sale, enter. You see when I click enter, it creates a tag. And then I'm going to create a variation of it, St. Louis. I'm going to spell out the word Saint. Enter. Then I might do St. Louis homes, enter. St. Louis real estate for sale, enter. St. Louis MO home for sale, enter. I like to do a minimum of 6 tags, sometimes up to 8 or 10 tags, right here in this box. You want to make sure this one is not unlisted but public, obviously. If we want to rank, we don't want to hide from people. And when you're done, guys, you can finally click the Save button. So let's talk about what you've just done here. You have completely filled your video with your keyword all over the place, but you can even go a step further and click up here at the top of the page. You see this up here for annotations? If you're not using annotations, guys, this serves 2 purposes. One, to enhance your Google SEO even further, but it's also going to allow you to do calls to action to get people to pick up the phone and call you or text you. If you want to give them texting options, it's great. If you want to give them a call capture line, that's great. If you want to try to send them over to a website, that's great. Not as much traffic, but still good. And I'm going to click on Add Annotations. I'm going to choose to add a note. Now, what an annotation is, guys, is when you enhance your video by adding little messages that actually appear on the video itself. In fact, some of these areas can even be made clickable within the video screen itself. And I can tell YouTube where to include these little calls to action or messages and how long to show them for. Right now, this one's going to show up at about the 2-second mark. And right now I have it set to show up for about 2.5 seconds. If I want to, I can expand it. I can move it. I can make it show up for longer periods of time down here. I can make it show up for 10 seconds. And I come over here to the right-hand side, and this little box here that says Notes, this is where I can add my calls to action and text. Now see, I saw a couple of you guys asking at the beginning of this video, well, I see some realtors locally and they're making amazing videos. Why would they want to use me? Well, number one, because it doesn't matter how amazing their videos look if they're not getting phone calls and traffic. The best advertising in the world is useless without traffic. Well, you're bringing the most important ingredient, and that's the traffic. But number two, you're doing a lot of things that they're probably not doing. Calls to action embedded, annotations, SEO. So here I can say find out, here we go. Find the best and hottest St. Louis homes for sale by dialing, and I give them my 800 number, my call capture line, or something like this. See what I just did there, guys? Not only did I manage to work in a call to action that's going to show up right within the slide itself, and I can expand it. I can make my font larger over here, right? I can change the color if I want. I can make it black font, white font, any other colors. I can fill in the background, make it yellow if I want. Give it a reddish tinge, make the white stand out more. But you'll notice we've inserted our keyword yet again. Everywhere YouTube looks, they're going to see your keyword phrase. There is absolutely no doubt at this stage in the game what keyword phrase you want to rank for. Okay, so Jim is asking about call capture service. What do we recommend? If you're going for lowest cost, I recommend Freedom Voice. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a cheaper alternative out there, but Freedom Voice has one of the cheapest that I've seen. Arch Telecom is good, and ProQuest is good. Now, ProQuest does some really nutty, crazy things with some really cool technology, but they also have some very costly tools that all the way up to $200 a month. But they can give you a full featured system. Whereas Freedom Voice, their basic service, I think is $15 a month by comparison. You don't really need a million features right now, guys. Let's keep things simple. All right, you don't get starry-eyed over the shiny objects. Stick with right now, let's get some money in your pocket first. Let's get these programs humming. Then you can go and add more features as you identify if there's any weaknesses, because a basic call capture system is more than enough. All right, because really all you need is that ability to capture the data and give them the option to either fax or text and all that good stuff, and you're fine. You're good to go. $15 a month. Perfect. All right. You don't have to put your call capture line in here. You can have people text for information. You can have them go to a website. It's entirely up to you. You can even give your direct phone number. And yes, some people will call you right from a video. All right. Um, but you can put multiple annotations in your video, right? So I could put this note to appear in the upper right-hand corner or the lower left-hand corner if I want. And I can come along here and I can move this progress bar and say, okay, now that this annotation's gone, at the 9-second mark, it's set to disappear. I want to insert yet another annotation. And this one I'm going to use as a spotlight or a clickable link. See, I can actually have people click on certain areas, like click on the living room to get more to see pictures of the living room and lead them over to a landing page if I want. There's a lot of really cool interactive things you can do with annotations. You've probably seen people do cool things with annotations before. All right. And see right over here, you can insert a link to other videos right here within your annotations if you want. So it'll create a hotspot that if somebody clicks on that area of the video, if you tell them to, and boom, there you go. They'll be led over to another video. You can make it interactive, kind of tell a story of the video, guys. Really, really cool stuff. Awesome, awesome. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's talk about a couple other things here real quick. One of the things that I like to do is I like to go to YouTube, guys, and here's what we're gonna do. Is I like to search for my target keywords. St. Louis homes for sale, for example. And what I'll do is I'll find some of these videos here and I'll open them up in new tabs, and I'm just gonna let them play all the way to the end, or I'm just gonna hop ahead to the end. Okay, why am I doing this? Well, what I want to do is see what other videos is YouTube showing. Okay, so living in St. Louis, to see if I can grab some good ideas for other keywords. This one was a bust. There really wasn't anything in there. So I'm going to open up a couple more. I'm just going to turn off that audio because it's kind of loud on my end. I don't know about your end, but it's loud on mine. So I'm going to watch a couple videos and get to the end. All right, so St. Louis homes for sale, 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 downtown St. Louis tour, Chesterfield, Missouri, St. Louis homes for sale. All right, so it seems like YouTube is pretty dialed in on this particular video, and I'll do that a couple of times. And sometimes you look out and you'll find a bunch of different variations of your keyword that give you great ideas on other keywords to target, guys, and that's great. So St. Louis homes for sale, St. Louis homes, mansion in Lake St. Louis. All right, if I don't find anything, I'd maybe dedicate about 10 minutes to 15 minutes to this process. The last time I did this, I found St. Louis, Missouri homes for sale, Missouri homes for sale, Missouri real estate for sale, and Missouri realtor. And I found all these different variations that I might want to create a channel for or target in this particular channel. So that's all we're doing, is we're just looking for ideas, and we're also trying to find out, what does YouTube think about this topic? Is it very targeted, or are they kind of all over the place and vague? All right. Also, guys, there is a difference between plural and singular. So in your video channel, you're perfectly fine. If I'm going after St. Louis homes for sale, I'm perfectly fine to also go after St. Louis home for sale in the same channel, because it's viewed, as you can see, Google views it and YouTube views it as the same thing. They're very similar. They're close enough to be in the same channel. Okay, David, as long as you're using an 800 number, do you recommend a local number or a vanity number? I do like to, if they have one available, I do like to snag an easy to remember phone number, if at all possible, from the call capture company. So that's a great question. But yeah, I do like to target an easy to remember number, because you will get more calls that way. Okay. All right. Let's see. 800 number is usually what I go after. It's at 800, and it's because it makes it very, very clear that that's, a free call. Now, I know that, we already know that pretty much unlimited calling these days, but for whatever reason, it still just kind of hinges in the back of people's minds. All right. Okay. Need to redo. Not a problem. Not a problem at all, David. Give me just a moment here, guys. I'm scrolling through the questions again. Okay, so yeah, guys, one other thing is that within your profile, you want to link back to your website. One of the best things that you can do with your videos is when you're done with the video, embed it onto something. It could be your blog, it could be your Google Plus page, but embed it and embed it onto a page that contains your target keyword. All right, so let me give you an example. I'm going to go to loanofficermarketinglab.com/blog/WP-admin. I'm going to go to my WordPress website. I'm going to log in. Okay, so I'm logging in now. And I'm going to go and I'm going to create a new page. All right, so I'm going to add a new page. And I'm going to name this page, guess what, guys? St. Louis Homes for Sale, right? Now I'm doing that because I want my URL, I want my web address to contain the keyword that I want to rank for. Okay, now I'm going to head back over to YouTube. I'm going to click on my video that I want to embed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the share icon down here. So I don't know if you guys have ever embedded a YouTube video before, but here's how you do it. You click where it says share down below the video. And then you're going to click the embed tab right here. And then I'm going to snag and copy this entire code that YouTube gives me. Now I'm going to go back over to my website that I'm naming the page St. Louis Homes for Sale. I'm going to click to go into the text mode. And now I'm just going to paste what YouTube gave me. And that's it, guys. I've embedded that video. So now if I go to if I open that page to check it out in WordPress, there it is. There's my video. There we go. Now, what I want to do with this page, guys, is I'm not done with it yet. All right. I want to add text on this page. I want to include my keyword at least 2 to 3 times on this page. Okay, no more than that, because now we're dealing with regular Google on my website. I don't want to screw with Google. Okay, I don't want to get Google mad at me by over optimizing this page. But I want to dedicate this page to one thing and one thing only, and that's St. Louis Homes for Sale. So anytime I upload a new video that contains the title St. Louis Homes for Sale, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to upload it as a blog. Okay, and just say, hey, this is a resource for individuals to help find the best home for them in St. Louis. And what happens is YouTube can see that it's being embedded. So they see that it's being shared. If I have folks that can share this, I would actually send this over to the home seller as well and say, hey, we made this video for you. Share it on your Facebook. Well, guess what? Now it's getting views. It's showing up on Facebook. YouTube is seeing this. That's awesome. YouTube loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it. Okay. The other resource you can use, guys, is your Google Plus page. Set up your Google Plus profiles. It's Facebook for Google, right? And embed the videos on your Facebook profile, just like this. See? You can snag it right into here. You can add a video. See, when I click it, they ask me, I can even search for it and find it within Google Plus because Google owns YouTube, right? So I can enter the web address to the video, or I could just connect right here to all of my YouTube videos by clicking here. And I can find it right within Google Plus. I don't even have to copy and paste code. I can scroll through all my videos I've uploaded right here within Google Plus. So what happens now is I'm going to send it to the realtor. I'm going to upload it to my Google Plus. I'm going to upload it to my website. I'm going to send it to the customer, or at least ask the realtor to send it to the customer. Now YouTube sees, this video is popular. It's starting to show up. It's showing up on Plus. It's showing up on Facebook. It's showing up on WordPress websites. Do you think they're noticing that? You're darn right they are. Pretty nice, huh? So for 99.9% of your videos, guys, this is enough. This is enough. Okay, buddy, no, you don't really have to start using a bunch of other social networking sites, buddy. Just adding it to your Google Plus profile, which every single loan officer in the world should have by now, guys. If you don't have a Google Plus profile, all I can say is why? Why not? It's free. It takes 30 seconds to set up. And Google's playing favorites. No matter how much they claim they're not, Google's playing favorites. Have a Google Plus profile. It works almost identical to Facebook. You don't really need to spend any time over there. Just make sure that you just snag your videos and pop them over onto your Google Plus profile, and that's it. You don't need to become proficient with a bunch of other sites. Facebook, just upload it to a fan page if you have one. If you don't, just like I said, just send it over to the customer and send it over to the realtor and ask them to embed it. That's it. You don't need to spend any more time than is necessary to become ultra proficient with all these other websites. Don't mess with them. Just go about completing what we demonstrated here. For 99% of your videos, that's going to be enough. Now, if you have a heavy competitive keyword that you're going after and a lot more competition, then there are some other things that you can do to boost your video even further. But just doing these things right now, what I just described, is enough to blast you ahead of the competition. Deborah, Chad, do you need to have a website with the keywords? Your website doesn't really need to have the keywords. The only thing that needs to have the keywords is the actual page itself that you're embedding the videos on. That's it. Okay? So as you can see, I set up my own page here on my site, and this is the page that's going to contain my keywords. I don't really care about the rest of the site containing the keywords. Okay? Yeah, even the domain name, Deborah, doesn't need to contain an exact match keyword. This will work on any domain name. Because remember, if you're in WordPress, if you name your page, your keyword, then that domain name technically actually does contain your keyword now, right? Because the name of this page is loanofficermarketinglab.com/blog/St. Louis homes for sale. See that? So this page actually contains my keyword in the domain name now, regardless of what my main URL is. Does that make sense? So yeah, that'll take care of it. You don't need to go out and buy new domains or do any of that. Just name your page, the keyword, and you're good to go, Deborah. Perfect. Great questions, by the way, guys. You guys are asking awesome questions. I love it. All right. Yeah, Chris, send me over an email with your email address and what you want your username to be, and we'll get you your logins created. All right? Okay, so David has a good question here. He says, let's see. Okay, so Chad, if I'm going after an entire office of 5 realtors, and all 5 realtors are willing to give me a shot, how can I differentiate their listings in order to get them all on Google's front page? All right, so that is a good question, David. The way you do that is to modify the keywords that you're trying to rank for. So we don't want to make all of their videos St. Louis homes for sale because now they're competing with each other. So I would make one of the videos St. Louis homes for sale. I'd make another video, St. Louis real estate for sale, and then make yet another one, another variation, St. Louis, Missouri homes for sale, or something along those lines. I would vary those videos, stagger them as far as the keywords that they're looking to rank for. And that way, excuse me, that way they're not all going head to head and ending up pissed off at each other. Okay. Um, so great question, David. Okay, Jesse. So, Chet, I missed how you got to WordPress. Well, Jesse, this is my website. So, I don't know. Have you done our free website building class? If not, you'd want to go ahead and get that set up. You can email us for more information, or just go to freemortgagewebsite.com and request a free mortgage website. But you need to have a WordPress website first, because this is an actual professional grade website. Not a freebie WordPress.com. This is an actual self-hosted website, if that makes sense. Okay. But if you already do have a website, then you can duplicate this on pretty much any website that you have. You can still install a separate page and name it your target keyword and all that fun stuff. So this isn't something that's exclusive to WordPress, is what I'm saying. You can still do the same thing. Okay. But if you don't have a website, then just go to our freemortgagewebsite.com and we'll set you up with one. Okay, perfect, Chris. So yeah, we'll get you your username. All usernames and passwords will be created and emailed within the next 24 hours. They already started today, but keep in mind we do have a lot of people and we have to set up their entire accounts one at a time, because unfortunately we started with one software and ended up with another, so we can't just migrate it over automatically. So we have to do it manually. So a lot of work, but we're doing it, and everybody will have their usernames and passwords no later than tomorrow, and you'll have everything in one fell swoop where you can access announcements, webinars to sign up for, upcoming topics, and everything. We drip the content, guys, once a month. You're going to be introduced to a brand new topic. We're not giving you all the topics all at once, because every time we've done that, we end up with very confused people. Because that's a lot to assimilate. So what we're doing is a new topic every month, but we go very, very deep with those topics. We do more than just one session. We give bonuses and downloads and all that great stuff. So we're going very deep with you and keeping you focused for the full month. And then next week, we'll start off kicking things off with the new Craigslist topic. All right. So everybody will have their logins no later than tomorrow at the very latest. Some of you already have it today. Okay, so great questions, guys. Let's see. Yes, Jim, you will, once you get your login, you'll be able to access all of the calls we've done this month for this topic. Okay, so you will get all of our replays. We've done multiple trainings already on this topic. You'll be able to go back and watch all of them. All right. Awesome, awesome. You got it, buddy. You got it. So guys, can you guys just give me some feedback here in the chat box? How are you feeling? Is this making sense, or is it confusing, or is it making sense, or is it just something, hey, I'm sure I'll get it if I watch it one more time on the replay? I just want to kind of get your gauging, make sure that I'm making sense, and that this is looking actionable to you. In actual practice, everything I just showed you moves a whole heck of a lot quicker. It takes me longer to show you how to do it than it'll take you to actually do it, a whole lot longer. So it's a lot quicker to implement once you actually start doing it. By your second or third video, you're going to be humming along like, wow, I can hammer these out, in a couple of minutes. And it's worth it, because remember, we're not just getting one source of leads here. We're not just going after YouTube and Google views. We're also going after the impressing of the agents. We're going to blow them away. We're going to capture their referrals. We're going to get referrals from them. And you can use your PowerPoint slides for post closings. I want you guys getting creative and thinking of different ways that you can weave video into your marketing strategy to impress your agents and to capture more leads from Facebook and YouTube and so forth. All right. There's lots of opportunities out there for those that, are willing to take that action. My recommendation in the beginning, guys, is just do a video a day. By your third or fourth video, it'll only take you a couple of minutes to do it on YouTube. Now, doing these videos here, these obviously take longer, because you're going through and you're customizing slides first, and then you're uploading to YouTube. So this one has a couple extra steps that makes it take longer, but you're getting almost instant referrals, and you're getting that instant respect from the agents. All right. So as you go through the mastermind section of the Loan Officer Marketing Lab new members area, when you get your login, just log in, guys, and what you're going to find is we've also done another training video. We did a webinar 2 weeks ago where we covered what you can do in instances where your videos aren't ranking. Okay, because there's kind of a nuclear, what I call a nuclear option. If you've done everything I just showed you and you're still not ranking, there's some things you can do to push it into overdrive. And I didn't want to go over it all on today's video because I've already, or on today's webinar, because I've already given you so much information. I don't want to confuse you, but it's very simple. And when you go into the mastermind section and watch the video, it'll clear everything up of what to do in case you're not ranking. Okay, so it's going to kind of take it to the next level, so to speak. All right, so now it's your turn, guys. If you have any questions, even if it's on a slightly unrelated topic, call capture, follow up, what are your guys' questions? This is your mastermind time, so it's your opportunity to ask your questions, and it also gives me an opportunity to take a sip of water before I lose my voice. This is my fourth webinar today, and I still have one more. My work's not done today. Yeah, I've been doing a lot, so if my voice is a little scratchy and a little quiet, that's why. I've been talking for about 4.5 hours straight now. But now's your opportunity to ask your questions, guys. So go ahead and pop those in the chat box. I'm more than happy to get some one-on-one answer time here for you. So I'm just going to scroll through the questions that have already been asked and see what I missed. Okay, so David is asking, Chad, what do you recommend that we say when we cold call realtors for the first time? David, what I like to do is in some cases I do cold call, but usually I don't. Usually what I do is I call the sales manager and broker owner, and I go after the newbie agents. I ask the sales manager, I say, hey, this is Chad Weber calling from St. Louis Mortgages. Now, I know you probably get a bunch of phone calls from loan officers every day, every week, every month, asking for business or wanting to know if they can work with your top producers and all this stuff. This is not one of those calls. Let me just put your mind at ease right away. Rather, this call is more related to your newbie agents. I was wondering if you had any, brand new agents that you feel have potential, but maybe, just maybe, they need a little extra push, with their marketing to take things to the next level. So we have some marketing programs that we're bringing to the table with local agents, and it's at no cost to the agents. It's just something we do to help the local realty offices, and we work one-on-one with those agents to help them get more eyeballs on listings and get more buyers in their pipeline. Could you recommend a couple of individuals that we might speak to about this? And some of them aren't going to give it to you, but about 70% of the time they do. I was shocked at how many of them give it to you. And it's because they're giving it to you because what do they got to lose? It's a revolving door for most realty offices when it comes to their new agents. Did you know statistically the average new agent only stays 90 days and then moves to another office? Grass is greener syndrome, right? So if that person doesn't make any money, then the sales manager or broker owner doesn't make any money, right? They're usually earning a piece of the action on every sale. So most of them are going to drop some names. So now what I do is I take those names and I call, let's say he said, yeah, I want you to talk to, talk to Jim and talk to Sarah. So I'm going to pick up the phone and go, hey, Jim, this is Chad Weber calling from St. Louis Mortgages. Your boss asked me to give you a ring today because he thought you might benefit from this little program I have going on right here in the St. Louis area, specifically for local agents only, such as yourself. Here's what we're doing. And I explain it to them. And you're going to find 9 times out of 10, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it because they're newbie agents. They're motivated. They need business. You're giving them that opportunity. They're probably not working with the loan officer yet. So that's how I get my realtors very quickly, the same way that I do for my Craigslist strategy. And it works like dynamite, guys. You got to use it. A single day of making maybe a dozen phone calls, and you'll probably have all the agents you need for the entire month. All right. So it's not going to take you long to line up those agents. That's just one way. The other way is to actually just send them the YouTube video, the advertising video that we showed at the beginning. I'll email that to them. I'll maybe send it to them. Now, I don't just cold email it to them. Normally, I let them know that something's coming. Okay. Even if I have to, I'll even drop off a little postcard that I make up and put a link and say, hey, Tony, this is for you. I saw this video on YouTube with your name on it, or something like that, or I'll send them something over at activerain.com or on LinkedIn. I'll connect with them and then I'll share the video with them through their LinkedIn profile. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it. The bottom line is just get those agents committed right now. It's only going to take you a single day and you'll probably have all the agents you need. All right. Okay. James, Chad, when will the Craigslist icons and HTML be available for download on the website? That'll be available next week, but we did actually send an early copy out earlier this week. So if you didn't get it, it will be in the members area for you. Okay. But we are starting the Craigslist module next week, so you'll have lots of new content waiting for you next week as well. Buddy, Chad, since I was late to the party, will we get access to this webinar and a recording along with the walkthrough webinar that I missed earlier? Yes, you will. Basically, what we've done, buddy, is we've set up an all-new members area where everything is contained, a centralized location for announcements, webinar registrations, anything that you miss will always be in the members area. So you cannot possibly miss out on anything. There's no time limit on it. As long as you're a member, you have access to it. Okay, so we will put this recording will be there. All last week's and all this month's recordings will already be there when you log in. Okay, perfect. So thanks for the question, buddy. All right. No, I wasn't anticipating ineptitude. Just I know how busy and crazy and unpredictable schedules can be. So trust me, I've signed up for a million webinars and never attended them because you never know how your day's going to end up, right? No matter how well planned. All right, guys. So that's it for me. I hope you guys have found value out of today. And next week we start all new topic. So you will have access to several hours worth of recordings and replays, both of the PowerPoints as well as the Craigslist HTML icon spreadsheet. And then next week I'm going to add even more content to that on the Craigslist strategy. The week after that, or I'm sorry, the month after, next month in October, we're doing Facebook lead generation. You're going to love it. I just got so many cool things lined up for you guys. And yes, I've been getting a lot of you guys asking me for done for you follow-up emails and pre-written newsletters and emails to go out to realtors. We are working on putting together a program that we'll be making available to loan officers here very soon for that as well. Okay, so we're trying to do our best to fill in the voids that you tell us you need filled. All right, so if I've missed anything, let me know. Awesome, guys. So thanks again for joining us, and I'll get this video uploaded to the members area ASAP. And like I said, no later than tomorrow, every single one of you will have your logins. But what I need for you to do is please, when you email me what you want your username to be, please also email me the ideal email address. I've been getting a lot of people saying they're not getting the emails from us. And when I check, we are delivering the emails, but the problem is our emails are going to their PayPal email address, because that's all we have on file. So if you need it sent somewhere else, just say, hey, Chad, I'd really rather you send announcements to this email, and I'll get you all squared away. All right, I promise. Thanks again, guys. I hope you have a ridiculously awesome weekend. All right, and I'll see you next week. I know Monday's a holiday, so you'll probably be hearing from me by Tuesday. All right? Awesome, guys. Bye now.